Welcome back to my tutorials. I'm working on an upgrade for the Ettou cardigan. It's going to have pockets, and I've just got to the stage of joining the sleeves and the body when I noticed that 2 stitches that should be in the ribbing ended up in the honeycomb pattern, and I'm going to repair that. I think this is a mistake that very easily happens and that you might encounter when you're knitting that pattern, so I figured this is a good opportunity to look into how to repair your brioche stitches. Let's get into this. I picked up my 2 stitches that I need to add back into the brioche rib. We ended on a purl column before, so we have the knit stitch first and then a brioche purl stitch. There's lots of strands of yarn here, but you only ever work with 2 strands to work the next row, right? You always have 2 passes, so 2 strands of yarn. You have one that is coming from here that is the yarn over of that purl column, and the other one is the second pass where you work that purl stitch. I hope you can see that where it's coming out. So they are crossing over because we are going to work with the one that is the yarn over from the purl stitch first, because our brioche knit stitch does have a yarn over, it does have a little shawl, so it's going to be worked on this row. So we pick up the strand that is the yarn over from the purl first, pull it through to the front, we knit our stitch, the yarn over and the stitch together, and then we pick up the yarn over for the purl stitch because that is the one that on this pass is going to be slipped. We bring our stitch back to the working needle, to the left hand, and then we take the second one that is the one that worked the purl stitch. We just bring that to the front, slip our knit stitch, and then we are going to purl this one together with the yarn over. I like to place it on the right hand needle first, bring the yarn that we work with to the front, and then purl our stitch. Usually what happens is that my yarn over slips from the needle, so I just pick it back up and then place that stitch also back onto my left hand needle. So this time that would be the reverse pass, the second pass where we work this stitch and slip this one, right? Before we work this one and slip this. Let's do that one more time. Untangle our rows here. Make sure we have the right threads to work with. Again, we are working with these 2 coming out of this row here. The lower one, and usually this yarn is actually really nice because it has a nice grip, so it doesn't slip away, and it holds this, and you can see from where this was before that this was crushed, and it's easier to see. But again, either way, if you're working with different yarn, you grasp the first one that you work with is the one that is coming from the purl stitch as a yarn over. Pull that under the second stitch and then bring it to the front, so you can work your brioche knit stitch and pick up your yarn over for the brioche purl column. Place it back, and then we bring this one to the front, the second strand of working yarn for the yarn over of the brioche knit, and to purl our second stitch. So there we go. Again, picking up our yarn over so we don't lose that, and place it back onto the needle. So this is all you have to do. So you just go all the way back up. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to show you what the repaired row looks like. we are at the last stitch to pick up. So again, once more, there's the thread coming from the purl stitch, from the yarn over. We work with that first, work our brioche knit, and then slip this one with the yarn over, bring it back to our left hand needle, and then the second stitch that previously worked the brioche purl is now turning into the yarn over for our brioche column, for the knit column, sorry. And then we purl, brioche purl our last stitch, and there we have it. Let's take this out of the way. This is what the fabric looks like, all repaired. It's still a little bit unformed, but that can be blocked out once we are finished with the garment. So yeah, just pulling that into shape a little bit, but yeah, all repaired, all in good working order, ready to go back to adding the sleeves and continuing to work the raglan decreases. I hope that helped. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions and I'll get back to you. Happy knitting.